When things go wrong, they go wrong very quickly. Another disappointing result for us. It's now time to reflect on what's causing this. Let's hear it from the team. Ellis Perry, congratulations on your half century, but not on the winning team today. I'm sure that hurts.
Oh yeah, it's been a really tough 4 games for us. Certainly not through lack of trying, but yeah, it just hasn't clicked, which is a real shame. Obviously, we'd love to play a lot better, and there's been some really great things. Obviously, the way Sri Lanka's come out and play, she's going to be a massive star of the future. I thought quite a few girls struck it really well tonight. We just didn't quite kind of kick on when we needed to with our innings, and then yeah, bowling wise, we're just missing the mark a bit.
Mike, back-to-back losses are never easy. What's happening with the team right about now, and how are they feeling?
Oh look, we just had a discussion with the group now. Obviously that performance today is not acceptable for RCB. And look, we've had some tough games, but today was a time where we had our decision making under pressure was not acceptable, and the girls are the first to admit that. They're not sitting in there happy with the way we're operating as a group, and certainly there's a bit of introspection there around where to from here in terms of their own games. So yeah, a pretty disappointing and upset dressing room at the moment.
We seem to have the best of the best batters, but why do you think our batters haven't fired in this time?
We have the best batting experience. We have quite a few internationals. In fact, we have captains of their respective countries playing for us. There is a lot of experience, talent, power. We have everything. One of the issues that we found was that right now we've not got into the rhythm of the game. Batters are too eager, too excited. They all are very desperate to do well. In that process, we're just not able to keep it simple. At the same time, they have not found their rhythm.
Is Smriti's batting a bit of a concern? We see her getting those starts. However, this is the 4th time she's getting out to a spinner, and a couple of them have been soft dismissals.
Oh look, I think all of our senior players we need a bit more from, and when you do get a start, that's often the hardest bit. If you get out early, that can happen, but I think if you get a start and then you find a way to get yourself out, our opposition at the moment aren't doing that. They're key players. When they get in, they get set and they make a major contribution. So, as I said, everybody in that room knows that that's their responsibility, and they're certainly putting in the effort. It's not through a lack of effort. It's through a lack of decision making under pressure, and that's certainly an area where, we all would expect more of each other.
We kept losing momentum after Sophie and Perry's partnership. Was it the points table pressure, or were the batters going after a certain score, Mike?
No, I think it's a matter of, Sophie Eccleston was bowling at that time, who's their best bowler. It's a matter of we had to get a new batter set. Obviously, once Sophie got out, just before the timeout, new player came in. Kanaka was trying to generate some momentum, but was finding that difficult. And as I said, Sophie Eccleston's one of the best in the business, so she struggled a bit there. And then once you keep losing wickets, you're either trying to consolidate or take educated risks. And at that time, the innings stalled because the new batter wasn't able to generate some strike rate.
Ben, the track aside, our bowlers haven't done really well as well. They haven't really fired. And what do you think is the reason for that?
No, and again, you've got to be honest. I think we've taken 10 or 11 wickets in 4 games. So I don't think we're building enough pressure, and that's what we've spoken about, the fact that, and we've said it a couple of times on here, that we're going for big overs. So we get hit for a boundary, and then, I think the way we're responding at the moment isn't right. So, we're trying to adjust rather than just say, well, maybe that was a poor executed ball and continue on with the plan. So I do think there's a little bit too much chopping and changing, and, you make a mistake and then you compound it with another mistake. So how we respond to getting hit for a boundary, I definitely think is an area to improve. And also we've got to execute better. I know that's really simple to say, and we've said it a few times, but we're still just bowling down that corridor way too much, and we're not really hitting the bottom of the stumps, and we're not really going wide enough. So we're just really getting in a step hit zone at the moment, and we understand that and we're working hard to try and fix it, and we know that that's the mistake that we're making, and I can promise everyone that we're trying really hard to rectify it.
The nature of the format is such that everything happens so very quickly. What do you say to the team here on, from this point on, and what does the coaching staff really want to concentrate on?
Yeah, look, we had an honest conversation tonight, and I'm not going to hide away from that, and we spoke about everybody just having a real look inside themselves and what they're contributing at the moment at the halfway point. So we'll get together tomorrow individually and go through everyone's batting and bowling and find areas that we can improve, because I know it's hard to say, but we are still in this. We've just got to get our way to the semis. If we win the next 4, that's definitely achievable, but we do have to change things. So everyone's got to have a little bit of a look inside and see what they can come up with tomorrow, and then put that on the training part the following day.
Where to from this phase of the tournament? It's not going to be easy, but what do you say to the girls to recover from this?
Like I said, we have to be honest. We can't, we've made some little changes, subtle changes here and there, but the reality is that we've put ourselves in this position. The only way we're going to get out of it is by playing the best cricket that each and everyone in that room can do. And we're not asking anybody to do something that they're not already proven that they can do. So, but we need to do it collectively. We need to help each other rather than look over the shoulder of other people. We really have to look at ourselves and, as I said, start to help people around us as well.
It's a long dark tunnel at the moment. Will there be light at the end of it? Only time will tell.